Hey everybody, welcome into the Thinking Crypto podcast. I'm your host, Tony Edward. On your way in, please hit that subscribe button as well as a thumbs up button and leave a comment below. If you're listening on a podcast platform such as Spotify or Apple, please leave a 5-star rating and review. Folks, I am recording this out of my hotel room in Prague, the Czech Republic. I'm currently in the Czech Republic for the Treasury crypto conference, which is happening tomorrow, and they're going to have some huge announcements. So I will bring you guys all the details there, and hopefully, I'll run into some of you who may be attending or in the Czech Republic. But folks, lots to talk about, huge news. Let's kick it off with Bitcoin because we're seeing a upward movement here for Bitcoin. It touched $111,000 today. It's back over the 200-day moving average. The RSI in the daily chart is moving away from the oversold zone. And here's, I think, an important factor. The bears are losing momentum on the daily chart per the MACD. So the solid red lines, which show they had a lot of strength and momentum, are starting to fade to light red, and the bars are getting smaller. So we've seen this with bulls and with bears, right? This is just the metric. So this is a very good sign. Let's see, though, we need more confirmation. Again, we need more confirmation here. I'm not saying the bottom's in. I'm not saying this is the recovery pump to new highs. I think this is going to be a slow, steady grind, and we got to let the market do its thing. So patience is really, really important here. From the higher time frame of the chart, the bulls are still in control per the MACD. So I put out a newsletter today, guys. Be sure you check it out. My newsletter is 100% free. It's on Substack. Link will be in the description, where I gave more details, more statistics and metrics as to why I believe we are still in a bull market. Now, there is a bear market scenario out there. I'm not ignoring it, but as I've been saying, the combination of charts, on-chain data, and macro is pointing me to the bull market. Essentially, that there's a higher probability of that scenario playing out. So I hope you understand what I'm saying. So again, we got to be patient and we need more confirmation here. Now, we have some huge news around Ripple. Last week, I reported about the potential treasury company that would buy $1 billion in XRP, and we got confirmation of that from the folks at Ripple. So Ripple veterans and crypto heavyweights back $1 billion Evernorth SPAC to build the largest public XRP treasury. Now, when I published the news last week, a lot of people were skeptical. I could see the market is taking its toll. People are getting angry, frustrated, right? You see it in the comments. I've been here for multiple cycles, so I recognize it right away. You just see that anger. I don't believe this. This sounds like BS, right? I can go pull it up and show the comments, but that's a waste of time, of course. But the point here is that check your emotions at the door and look at the data, and let's be logical and reasonable about the markets here. We don't want to be emotional because that's how the whales and the market makers will destroy you and wreck you. So newly formed Evernorth Holdings Incorporated will merge with a special purpose acquisition company called Armada Acquisition Corp. 2. Upon closing of the transaction expected next quarter, the combined company will operate under the Evernorth name and is expected to trade on the Nasdaq under the ticker symbol XRPN. The firm seeks to grow XRP per share over time by participating in institutional lending, liquidity provisioning, DeFi yield opportunities. Here's a quote from Ashish Burla, who was a former Ripple employee. He said, Evernorth is built to provide investors more than just exposure to XRP's price. As we capitalize on existing TradFi yield generation strategies and deploy into DeFi yield opportunities, we also contribute to the growth and maturity of that ecosystem. The approach is designed to generate returns for holders while supporting XRP's utility and adoption. So folks, we've talked a lot about digital asset treasury companies, right? It all started with Michael Saylor and Strategy buying Bitcoin. We see a lot of folks are doing that with Ethereum now, especially Tom Lee and Bitmine. And we've seen others as well, BNB, AVAX, and XRP. There was one company that we knew of, which was Vivo Power, and they were buying like $200 and $250 million of XRP. But the biggest one right here. So as I've stated many times, this is very good for our bags. If they are buying, right, they're buying a lot of the supply and they're holding on their balance sheet and they're putting it to work. Plus they're doing the PR push, right? That's going to drive more people to buy the asset. So all of this is very good for our portfolio. So if these folks want to continue to buy XRP, Ethereum, Bitcoin, Solana, whatever it is, then I'm happy about that because I hold those tokens. So this is very bullish. And I think, once again, these are signs that the bull market is not over. You're just seeing these massive moves. Liquidity is still there. This is not the bear market where liquidity is dried up and much more. So very bullish. And here's what Ripple CEO Brad Garlinghouse had to say. He says, Ashish and the team are building something special with Evernorth XRP. We are proud to partner with him and proud to join an incredible set of investors, including SBI Holdings, Pantera Capital, that's Dan Moorhead, Kraken, GSR, and RippleWorks to support Evernorth as it participates in institutional lending, liquidity provisioning, and DeFi yield opportunities for XRP. Some big names this, folks. Pantera Capital is Dan Moorhead. That's like the oldest hedge fund in the crypto industry. Kraken Exchange, GSR as well. So very bullish if you're an XRP holder. And a lot of people once again last week were saying, "Oh, this is fake," blah blah blah. And well, here's the facts, Jack. Right? Here's the proof. And again, I think just a macro signal that this bull market's not over. And look at this news around Chainlink. This is very big. I'm a holder of the Chainlink token. Polymarket launched a crypto prediction markets powered by Chainlink Oracle's data streams, sub-second latency market data enables rapid 15-minute markets with near instant settlement. This is awesome. So Polymarket continues to do all kinds of innovative things with the prediction. Obviously, Kalshi is their biggest competitor, and the race is on here, and Chainlink being leveraged. So very bullish. Now, folks, a great place where you can buy, sell, trade Chainlink and XRP is on Uphold. Uphold is a platform I've been using since 2018. They're one of my go-to exchanges. They have over 300 cryptocurrencies on their platform, and they offer staking on 20 plus crypto assets. Been using them for a long time, never had any issues, and best of all, they are fully reserved. They don't commingle or lend out your crypto assets. You can review their transparency report on their website, and they have a great rewards program where you can earn up to 5.25% on stable coins. And this part of this rewards program is you can get early access to new tokens they list. So the stablecoins they support are Ripple's RLUSD, where you can earn up to 5% there, and USBC, where you can earn up to 5.25%. In order to participate, you simply have to open the app once per month, deposit $50 once per month, and trade $50 once per month. Very simple. I've interviewed a CEO and other representatives talking about this program to make sure it was done the right way. So indeed, it is done the right way, guys. So this is a really great platform, lots of cool features, and so if you'd like to learn more, check out the link in the description. Now, this is some big news. 21 Shares, Bitwise, and WisdomTree open UK retail access to Bitcoin and Ethereum ETPs following the FCA approval. So the UK has been giving a lot of problems with crypto lately, but now they're starting to capitulate and bend the knee. And we've often talked about it over the years. Any country that bans crypto is writing their economic sentence. So this comes as no surprise, right? Some of these guys try to play tough, and now, come list your crypto ETPs, right? Because this is a global movement. I mean, Hong Kong, Canada, everywhere you can get access to these products now. So this is huge. So let me give you some more details here. Crypto asset managers, Bitwise and 21 Shares and WisdomTree are opening up access to their Bitcoin and Ethereum exchange products to UK retail investors for the first time. The move comes 12 days after the FCA, the UK's financial regulator, officially lifted its 4-year retail ban on crypto exchange traded notes, expanding availability beyond professional investors. 21 Shares listed 2 physically backed products on the London Stock Exchange for each of the cryptocurrencies on Monday, including a staking component for its Ethereum ETPs and a reduced 0.1% fee for some products. Guys, you see what's happening. You see what's happening here, right? The on-ramps being set up globally, whether it's through an ETF or an exchange or whatever, it's all being opened up for institutions and retail to invest. That's just why I'm so bullish. I'm bullish on this cycle, which I don't believe it has completed yet, and the future cycles as well. And we're still in the early innings here relative to other asset classes, right? If you compare crypto to stocks and gold and much more, I mean, we are pretty much in our infancy here, right? We're still waiting for crypto legislation here in the United States, which I believe is a macro narrative factor, which could, be the blow off top catalyst, right? The U.S. just passed crypto legislation. Everybody's going to invest. That's going to open the floodgates and more capital is going to come in. So I hope you see what I'm talking about here. And if you look at this realistically and logically, you can see it, right? And on the ETF node, VanEck has filed for the VanEck Lido staked ETH ETF. So staking is available now in Ethereum and Solana ETFs in the United States. I recently interviewed the folks at Grayscale. They were the first to launch staking in the Ethereum ETFs in the United States. So staking is coming, the yield is there. So I expect inflows to surge into like Ethereum and Solana as well. So this is really big. And guys, we are seeing some activity here in Washington, D.C. around the market structure bill. So Eleanor Terrett reported that crypto C-suites were expected to attend a roundtable with pro-crypto Senate Democrats on Wednesday. So this coming Wednesday to discuss market structure legislation and the path forward. It includes Coinbase CEO Brian Armstrong, Chainlink CEO Sergey Nazarov, Mike Novogratz of Galaxy, Kraken CEO, Uniswap CEO, Ripple's Chief Legal Officer, A16Z Crypto General Counsel, and much more. And this is being led by Democrat Senator Gillibrand. We know she's been very pro-crypto over the years. So guys, we need the Democrats, right, to pass this. We know the Democrats had introduced their own version of the bill. And that's good. Even if everything in there is not to our liking, it's good that they're active. We want activity. We want dialogue. We want back and forth. We want them to come to the negotiation table and we make sure things are right. But this is how the industry has to go about it. They have to go meet with these Democrats, especially the pro-crypto ones, back them where they need it, try to win more Democrats over and much more. And there are a lot of pro-crypto Democrats, right? It's just that Elizabeth Warren had muddied the waters over the past 4 years with Gensler, but there are a lot of pro-crypto Democrats. And like I said, we need the Democrats to pass this. So this is very, very good, very bullish in my opinion. Now, final news item, and it's along the lines of politics, because we're talking about DC, but New York mayor candidate Cuomo, Andrew Cuomo here, pledges crypto innovation with new role. So obviously, guys, this is a politician doing political things here, right? But my takeaway here is that crypto can't be ignored, and crypto is becoming so big as an asset class and industry that politicians have to recognize and be like, yeah, I need to have a stance on crypto. That's the takeaway. I'm not here to say vote for Andrew Cuomo. I don't live in New York or whatever, right? But the point is, regardless of who the candidate is, Democrat, Republican, Independent, whether you like them or not, they all have to acknowledge crypto, and they have to essentially try to win the votes. And crypto is a big one, right? We saw what happened, man, in the 2024 elections, right? Those people who are anti-crypto got their asses handed to them. And I don't think anybody would be stupid to go try to be anti-crypto moving forward, because the industry, this is not what the industry to do for years. I mean, crypto grew under Obama and then Trump, right? And both Obama and Trump were like anti-crypto at one point, but eventually, Trump got educated about it. And then under Biden, obviously it was rough, but it still kept growing, right? Because you can't stop it. Now, can you slow it down? Sure. And that's what Gensler and Elizabeth Warren were trying to do. But we've crossed the chasm, man. You try to go against crypto, you're done. The money, a lot of people hold crypto now. It is Democrats, Republicans, Independents. I can speak anecdotally, knowing family members, some Republican, some Democrat, and even friends who hold crypto. They don't think of it as a political thing. It's just that Elizabeth Warren, totally screwed it up, her party, and that's not a political statement. It's just an observation of like how dumb that was, right? So, folks, very interesting. Crypto is winning. All the naysayers are capitulating, bending the knee. Just the other day, I told you guys about the IMF director, and It's just amazing what's happening. Anyway, guys, let me know what you think. Leave your thoughts and comments below. Hit the thumbs up button. If you appreciate this content, please subscribe to my free email newsletter. Link will be in the description. Check out my book on Amazon. It's available in paperback and digital, and my course at mycryptocourse.com. Folks, I appreciate you all. Thank you so much for tuning in, and I'll talk to you all later.